Hey everybody, Icy here. Yeah, I know I already did a video today, but something's on my mind, so I thought I'd get it out there. These college kids that are protesting and making all these demands that you have to stop providing support to Israel or the companies that support Israel. And so my question is this to all these kids, I don't care what college you are. What have you provided to society other than being a burden upon your family, the taxpayers? You take out a loan and you're crying to have your loan dissolved because you can't handle the pressures of being an adult. And now you're putting in demands that you want things done your way, or else what? You're already injuring people. You're already putting yourself out there and supporting Hamas, which is a terrorist organization, which is known for and videotaped slicing little babies, 5, 6, 7-month-old babies, slicing their throats open, or throwing them in ovens to watch how they cook. And while the baby is in the oven, as reported by a couple of people, these idiots were sitting there at the dinner table eating the people's food. One family, the parents and the children, were executed in front of each other. And while the last one was alive, the terrorists sat down and ate their dinner. So these are the kind of people that we're dealing with. Excuse me. And you college kids are supporting this. In Nazi Germany, the Germans supported the destruction, I won't say so much destruction, but the interruption of educators trying to teach kids because they wanted to get their specific message out saying that they were better than others. And what did that lead us to? 6 million Jews dead, another 13 million killed by the Nazis overall. We're talking gypsies, we're talking the gays, we're talking the infirm, we're talking the elderly. Anyone that was a burden upon the Nazi party was executed because it's easier to put away a dead body than it is to put someone in a prison cell and have to feed and care for them. And that was their philosophy. And that is the same philosophy that Hamas has. And then you have to take into account this. In 2005, when Israel pulled 10,000 citizens out of Gaza and said to the world and to the people of Gaza, we only want peace. We don't want no more attacks, no more war. We want peace. We want just established trade and we can be friends. You know, we'll help you as much as we can. This is what Israel did in 2005. And what happened? The people in Gaza elected Hamas to be their influential government leaders. Hamas is a terrorist group. Now, these people have been suffering under Hamas since 2005. And now they're demanding humanitarian aid after 6 days of shelling, saying that they're out of food. If you ran out of food after only 6 days, then that tells me and tells a lot of other people that have been in the military and dealt with war that you were already starving before the thing even began. So, what's the deal, people? Is Hamas benevolent? Not hardly. I mean, these people tunneled up into hospitals and they were stashing machine guns and hand grenades inside hospital rooms. I mean, they had that one where they found it in the room with the MRI, which I find ironic since that's a giant magnet. However, that's what happened. Now, you got these college kids that are sitting there saying they're pro-Hamas and free Palestine. Well, you can't free something that isn't in existence. So that right there is foolish, beyond measure. Now, they say they're, Palestinian people are in Gaza. Well, if they had bothered to pay attention and get rid of Hamas and sought peace, they probably would be an actual nation right now. That section of Gaza that they're all living in, that belongs to Egypt, not Israel. Israel took it over in a war, excuse me, when they were at war with Egypt. Israel gave it back. And the people of Palestine, if you want to call it that, are living in Gaza. Now here's a real question for you. If these people are so benevolent and so needy, why is it that the country of Egypt refuses to take any Palestinians into Egypt in regards to being a refugee status? Why? Because they are an unstable, unknown element. These people that lived in Gaza supported Hamas. That was their leadership, their mayor, their governor, whatever you want to call it. And Hamas ruled them with a bullet to their head. You do this or you die. Plain and simple. So they are unstable. As long these are the people that are screaming death to America all the time, and now they want to come to America. Death to America, but yet we want America to support them. Now we got these college kids that are screaming death to Israel, kill the Jews, all the same things that were said in the 1930s before the gas chambers opened up at Auschwitz and others. So you have to say to yourself, who's behind this? It's not the college kids themselves. These idiots don't even know history. They're not taught history. They haven't been taught history since the mid-'80s. They're taught social studies. And you add to that, you have radical professors that are from the 60s that are now their instructors, telling them that they have the right to protest, they have the right to be violent, they have the right to destroy other people's property as long as it is in the greater good of society overall. Well, you destroy a building, you can't use it again. So that's not for the greater good. You sit there and attack one group of people because of their religion, but yet you sat there during the BLM garbage going on, saying that all black lives matter and white people were the enemy. Now it's the Jews are the enemy. There is no enemy except for the people telling you the bullshit. That's who the enemy is. The people manipulating you into doing stupid, foolish things. Why? Because you don't have a brain for yourself. You're a lemming. You're willing to follow the others off the edge of a cliff because that's what everybody does, so it must be right. You don't have interactions out in public with others. You stay in your little social groups based upon social media, TikTok, Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, whatever the hell you're using. And you don't deal in reality. So, again, what do you bring to the table, college students? Nothing. You're a student. Nothing more. Your whole purpose in life is to learn, to get educated, graduate, and go out and get a job and be beneficial to society. Gender studies is not beneficial to society. Pushing for transgender rights is not beneficial to society. Protesting in favor of terrorists in Palestine and against Jewish students is not beneficial to society. It is only beneficial to the people that are actually manipulating you into doing what they want. And also you have to take into account, why the hell are you guys wearing masks? If you're wearing a mask, you know automatically it's because you don't want to be known for breaking the law because you don't want a record. Well, you people are demanding that the colleges provide food since it was in your contract. Well, tough luck. Starve. Lock the colleges down, shut off the power, shut off the water, make them live in their own sewer, and then when they come out, arrest them, book them, and lock them away. The worst case scenario for you college kids that are all pro-Hamas and pro-terrorism. Worst case scenario, the United States finally gets a good leader and a strong Senate and a strong Congress that are all pro-Constitution, anti-progressive, and they revoke your citizenship and ship your happy butt to Palestine. You love it so much, go live there. ICY out.